Don't you know, many fighters have been killed by the Starfighter.
How's it going, guys? Sane Z3 here
Whoa.
with
Whoa.
Intro,
man, you just steal that shit? That's fucked up, man.
That shit's copyrighted, Z, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sense, man. It's okay. I'm just fucking.
I know. It's, alright now. Okay. What's up, YouTube? Sane Z3 here with other members of the fandom group, and we're going to talk about the best anime/manga storyline. Here with me, I got Lunar Spiral 1127.
I review fairy tales so you don't have to read it.
We also have Anime Hero.
Yeah, pass it around.
And finally Zoro.
I think that intro is like the most energetic I've ever seen Sane Z in my lifetime, so it's a good moment for me. You brought the energy, man. It was good.
No,
Gotta do it.
Best anime/manga storyline. Who'd like to go first?
Not me.
Not me.
Shit.
Yep, it's Hero.
Fucking hell. Like, best manga. Wait, we said best manga storyline, right?
Anime
Yeah.
or manga?
Man, well, I would just narrow it down to manga because this series doesn't have an anime. He said, I'm gonna talk about like this one series that three of us have read. Z, me, and Duel. Is that there's this one short 3-volume manga known as Oyaji, which means dad or father or papa, or essentially the storyline. It's very short, very realistic for the most part. It covers the life of this one family who essentially is dysfunctional, and then out of nowhere, like their dad comes back and walks into their life. And this dad, who they just refer to him as Oyaji, is like one of the most manliest characters ever. But I'm not saying that just because of my, with my fascination with the masculinity. Is that the thing is, this guy, what he brings to the table, he's trying to bring his family back together. Like his son is essentially like this coward, and he's trying to make him brave again. His daughter is like in this bad relationship. He's trying to set it straight, and his wife, he's just been like trying to keep things together. And then once he returns back, he slowly is reforming those bonds, and the family's becoming closer again. But at the same time, they're dealing with how can I put this? It's not a battle series but it's just a very dramatic piece where the dad is there. Like we see like flashbacks of the dad's life and like how all the situation came to be, and how he tends to kind of reminiscent of the past, because he has like flashbacks on when he used to help his kids who were like in their essentially like about toddlers. Now they're all like grown up in their like young 20s, and he essentially wants to go back to that time. And essentially it's a very heart-wrenching story because there's like a little tragic twist at the end which kind of sets into motion. But while this story only takes place about one night of their lives, his one night back to their lives pretty much makes a difference. And because of that, like the family became a better person. Well, each member of the family became better people. That's what I should say. So yeah, Oyaji is definitely like it's a pretty good story. To be honest, even though it's kind of gritty and slightly over the top, just a bit, it could have been adapted into a live action movie given the proper people.
I'll go next. I didn't know why I was thinking about it so much, but I'm gonna go pretty generic and just say my name, Berserk. Man. I'm gonna go with Berserk. I mean, it seems easy, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. When it comes to storylines, especially when it comes to anime or manga, I just don't think I've ever been this just awestruck of how good writing could be. Not to say that the characters at all don't hold up the story, but the story itself is just so, especially when the Golden Age arc and the conclusion of it is just so masterfully like written. It reminds me of an old like Shakespeare himself wrote the story. It really is like a Shakespearean kind of play, some kind of tragedy. That's what Berserk reminds me of, and just the relationship between Guts and Griffith, how well that was established, his relationship with the Hawks, him gradually warming up to them, and then the ultimate tragic betrayal, just was so masterfully like written and set up and done that I just can't think of anything else that can even come into close when it comes to actual writing for anime or manga. There are other series that do it well. That are not so supernatural and over the top, like Welcome to the HK, for example. Really well written story, psychological, really good stuff. But I just gotta go with Berserk, man. It's just that whole just tragedy with Guts and Griffith is just so well done. And continuing on, obviously, it still remains to be one of the best mangas I've written. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that definitely for me, it's Berserk.
Like one of the best, I guess, storylines in manga for me was Monster, the psychological thriller here.
Ooh.
Because to me, the Monster shows like what one choice you make can affect your entire life. In the case with Tenma, choosing to save the life either a young boy named Johann Lieber or the mayor. He chooses to save the boy instead of the mayor, and because of that, he lost his fiancée, his reputation, and because of that, little did he know, he saved the life of a psychopath.
True. His wife was a bitch anyway, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, but it's because of saving a quote-unquote monster. So many people have died because of this person, and it was because of this Tenma vows to fix the mistake that he made, to kill Johann himself. It's basically like, the storyline is basically like the whole concept of revenge, vowing to fix the mistake that you made, making amends for something that you regret. And I just really liked the journey of seeing Tenma trying to confront Johann, trying to stop him. All the while we see Johann and seeing him do all these terrible things, and he doesn't even have to like do anything. He could just talk to you, and then he could like instantly mindfuck you with just mere sentences. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can go up to you and say, "You're already dead."
I see what you did.
Yeah.
And Monster's a great choice, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Although
First
the
off-
ending can be a bit debatable. I know Merlin probably didn't like the ending himself, but still, I really did enjoy the story of Monster.
I guess I'll go next. For me, I'm going to say JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just love the JoJo series. I think in terms of a shonen, that and One Piece probably have the best stories that I've ever read, at least in a shonen ever. And JoJo's is pretty much about it's a generational story. So what I mean by that is it's about like heritage and lineage, and there's more than one protagonist, and each one of those protagonists are related to like a certain bloodline, which is the Joestars. So you get like a different protagonist for each part, and so far there are 8. And JoJo started sometime in the 80s, and it's quickly become one of the most popular manga, or at least one of the most recognizable manga and iconic manga for the golden age of Jump. Like, it was pretty big in the 90s, especially with Part 3, which is actually going to get animated in 2014. Jotaro is like just one of the most iconic characters that you can think of, and manly when you think of an anime or manga. And yeah,
The pose.
the pose, man.
Poses.
The pose is so gay yet so loving, you know.
Begin
But
the blush they saw. Out of envy.
Oh man,
Saying.
Ginyu
Out
Force
of
for
envy.
JoJo fans, man, they know it.
I know. No. See, here's the thing about JoJo's fans. They know the poses are gay, but they love them anyway. They embrace it with all their heart, you know. But I guess with the story, the plot twists are real, and I guess the goals of each part are like what the protagonist is trying to find of each part. It's very grand in scope. What I mean, like if I were to take part 7 for example, I don't want to spoil too many people, but basically your main character Johnny, and I guess the secondary protagonist, or the dual antagonist, however you say it, Gyro, those two are pretty much running across all of America for $50 million while collecting the body parts of a very important historical figure. And I don't want to say who that figure is because it'll sort of like spoil people. So it's very interesting once you find out who that figure is, though, and just sort of like the tone of the story is just completely like flipped like on its face. Like you think you know JoJo's when you're reading that, but then as soon as you find out like who that one specific figure is, and I'm sure Hiro knows who it is,
Good shot of the name right now. I wanted to, but I can't.
No, I don't want to spoil people. But yeah, I mean, just like the emotion of that story and just how you see like those two characters grow in part 7 and part 5. Even though part 5, in my opinion, is the weakest one, part 6 is probably behind part 7 the best when it comes to plot and story, in my opinion. And part 8, I mean, just in terms of like the type of story it is, it's mystery, thriller, that sort of thing. So it's very interesting, and there's like a lot of like mystery and mystique about it. So it always keeps like the reader interested, like what's going to happen next, right? And I guess the last thing that I can end off on is just the amount of, I guess, emotion that JoJo's can really get out of its reader, especially with part 2, which was animated. I'm sure we all remember Joseph going like, "She's and just like yelling that and like grabbing like the headband and like, yeah, very yeah, manly tears, and just, you know, it can really put your emotions like through like it can pretty much put your body through a whirlwind of emotions. There we go. Can you
Emphasis on
emphasis on that.
Oh my.
But yeah, JoJo's, man.
Another thing I'd say, another thing that also kind of gets you thinking is Death Note.
Oh
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. That's a good.
Death Note, it makes you think, like, who has the better sense of justice? Who's the one that's right or wrong? I mean, you have one that is killing criminals to make a world a better place, but all the while claiming himself to be God of the New World, calling himself Kira, gaining supporters and followers, but then all the while, he's kind of like moving away from his intended goal and focusing more on killing the person who's trying to catch him, L. Even going as far as using and manipulating people. So it's debatable whether you still think that this person is doing the right thing.
Well, I got another one, man. You know, people. No, I wouldn't say they sleep on Code Geass because they don't. But in terms of writing, I mean, especially that ending. My God.
Oh wow, that ending.
An ending written, especially in anime and manga, where there's an anime I should say, where there are a lot of shitty endings, really bad endings in anime. So to see an ending that masterfully put together and so perfectly wrap up in a tight knot the essence of the series, it's really great thing to see with the Code Geass. So we got to give credit to a writer that can really just make something that good as far as endings go. Yeah, and you know, just many great twists in the story that have happened. I mean, the whole Euphemia thing, that was so tragically awesome.
Oh my God.
Right, yeah.
So tragic, but so I don't know. It's really well done, and also at the same time being able to capture the essence of, you know, people who have, you know, on one hand seem like they're perfect, but on the other hand are really struggling and just having trouble, just, you know, coming up with these decisions, these huge, amazingly big decisions that they're making. Like Lelouch at one point, you know, almost turned to drugs and just decided to say fuck it at one point. You know what I'm saying? And that was another part of the story that was really well written. So, I mean, just so many moments I can point to, different deaths of different characters, just giant plot twists, and of course the ending. So, yeah, man, it's Code Geass deserves to be up there too.
So that was us, the fandom group, who just brought you a video on the best anime and manga storylines. Everyone wants to do their outros. Zoro, I guess you can go first.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me hear your favorites in the comment section below. Yeah, that's it. Peace.
Lunar, go ahead.
Alright, I'm Lunar Sponsory 7. I review manga, do reaction videos, and I'm getting close to 4,000, so I really appreciate it if you can subscribe, please!
Congrats.
Thank
Clap
you.
it up.
Quick clap.
I'll clap.
Go ahead, Hero. Go ahead.
He's even got a clap like a man.
Okay. Well, it's my thing, man. It's what defines me. Yeah, but I'm the Anime Hero. I review anime so you can enjoy it, and you know, just watch all of our channels, man. We give good quality content every week.
Well, not me, but everyone else does.
Well, you know, while if we're not on there, you know, just check the fandom group. You know, we make other videos and shit, and every once in a while you get a new video relating to our specific topics. And well, let's just put it this way: we're like one of the most fun people in the YouTube community.
Yep.
Damn, damn. It's true.
It's the truth, though. It's the
Fuck,
truth, though, right?
It is true, yeah.
Fucking man.
I think so.
Yeah, and I guess I'll go
With a
last.
little bit of a feminine side.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying Z3 and I make videos. So, peace. Bye.
Hey, upload to YouTube.